Hello everybody, Bulbazak here once again, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Adventure. This is the grand finale. We have finished the Tower of Gemma, we are now exiting, and we are going to the Mana Forest, or the Mana Sanctuary, or whatever you want to call it. Here are those last enemies I was talking about. These are, elephants, just like you would think they are called. I tried looking up to see if they have a special name. Turns out they don't. They're just called elephants. Anyway, these are the enemies that hold the Aegis shield. The most powerful shield in the game, and the last item or piece of armor that we really need. You have been a great knight of Gemma, I see. I shall give you the Excalibur. Now defeat Julius. And with that, we have Excalibur, the most powerful weapon in the game. The legendary sword itself. It replaces the rusty sword, and with that we can actually go and face the final boss. But like I said, first we need to get the shield. You want to make sure that you have everything before you go to face Julius, because once you go to face Julius, that's the point of no return once you cross that threshold. And I'll tell you when that is. Mana Sanctuary, not very much. This is just the area where the final boss is, with some enemies. I am pausing to do the voiceovers. Unfortunately, I didn't do quite a good job when I did live recording. I kind of snickered a bit. Okay, up those stairs is the final boss. Now, originally I was going to cut here to go and get the shield, but the fact is, I found the shield rather quickly, and now that I'm doing post commentary, I really don't want to cut because I want to show you how easy it was, and I don't want to bother with the annoying fact of this AVI recording. So you see, killing this elephant right here will present me the treasure chest that has the Aegis shield. And so once you get that, and once you equip that, I now have the most powerful and the best equipment in the game. I now have the Excalibur. I now have the Samurai Helm and the Samurai Armor. I now have the Aegis Shield. But yeah, when I was originally recording this and I was doing the voices, the story gets so cheesy that I actually cracked up and made comments. I'm going to try not to do this and make this the finale it really should be. So once we get to the final cutscenes, I will stop speaking. Leaf! You're late, Bulb. I already got the greatest power of mana. The time has come for the Empire Neo-Vandal. Now that I have the mighty power, I do not need you anymore, Bulb. Welcome to the final fight against Julius. This boss, like all bosses, has 3 forms. The first form is he will split into 3 versions himself. You don't need to find the true one or whatever. You just need to kill them one at a time. Really, it's not that hard. Just strike them and kill them, and there you go. First form is down. See the true power of mana now. The second form is a little bit more difficult. He turns to this. This is probably the hardest form he takes on, and I'll explain why when we get to the very last part. Probably the best thing to do is stay out from under him, because he's very predictable like that. And the best thing to do is probably charge up your super move and use it against him. Because if not, you're going to be eating up a lot of damage. Now you can berserker attack him like I am, go all out and get up in his face. But that's probably not the wisest strategy. What I'm doing now is going to the side of him. That's probably the best way to do it. And essentially it becomes a matter of rinse, wash, and repeat. You can actually, I think you can destroy the fireballs, I'm not sure, but you can at least deflect them with your shield, and you can deflect the lightning with your shield. So, I mean, it's not too bad. And he has a very predictable pattern. As long as you stay out from under him, you should be fine. And that's really about it. I think rather soon we'll be actually finishing this boss, and we'll be moving on to the last portion of the game. But, yeah. So that's it. That's the second boss over and done. Grrr, he said. See, I still can't do it. Bulb! Are you okay, Leaf? I defeated Julius. It's all over. No, it is not. bulb, you will never leave here alive. And here we are, the final form of Julius, the final boss. What you want to do, this is actually really easy. Pay attention to where he appeared last. Get in that place, and then use your charge attack on him. Because where he appeared last will be the safest place on the entire field. It's a very limited field. Now, you have Cure, so you can heal yourself when you get below, let's say, 200. But for the most part, you want to, or 250 or whatever I'm using. For the most part, you want to use Leaf and Ass. She will automatically heal you. There's no way you should die in this fight. This is not that hard final battle. This is actually pretty easy. I'd say it is the easiest form out of the three, and there's no way you should lose to this form. Because you not only have Cure, you also have Leaf, you should be asking to heal you as often as you possibly can. There should be no way you should really dip below a third of your health. So all you have to do is get into the place that Julius last appeared, have a charge attack ready. When he appears again, use the charge attack to fly across the field and hit him. Rinse, wash, repeat until he's dead, and that's it. This is not that hard of a boss fight. I'm not sure what I call the easiest boss fight in the game, but it's definitely not final boss worthy. It's not in-game scary worthy. It's not the hardest thing I've faced. But yeah, that's it. You just keep your charge attack going, charge across the field, keep cured by using Cure and asking Leaf to treat your wounds, and Julius will go down, no problem. You would wish for a little more even a feel, because sometimes you will miss like that, and I really can't say what more to do. I mean, I've pretty much given you the strategy for this fight, and now it's just watching and waiting and showing you the fight while we wait for the boss to actually just go down. I will say some more stuff about the story of this game once we finish here. But I think I was talking about with the cutscenes, especially now with post-commentary. I might have to cut some things out, and it might get more annoying than I originally thought. But it's hard sometimes just not to interject your own thoughts into it. I'm more successful now post-commentary than I was when I was doing this live. But for reasons I'll get into later and explain later, the translation of the script of this game is just laughable. I don't know who translated it. It's a play-bit game. Typical of this era of gaming, translations sometimes were shoddy. And what can you do? Gameplay is enjoyable, though, and I guess that kind of helps things out a little bit anyway. But I would think we should be getting close to beating Julius here. If he would stop appearing where I can't hit him, but you can't always get what you want. And no, I am not going to quote Big Jagger. Not going to happen. You can watch House if you want to do that. So, like I said, just the strategy for this boss is very, very easy. As long as you don't get yourself caught on his hand like that. I mean, seriously. Don't know what's wrong with me, what's wrong there. Anyway, we should be ending soon, and that will be it. And so here we go. The final boss is down. But unfortunately, by destroying Julius, we have also, if it'll come up, we have also destroyed the Mana Tree. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Leaf, my dear. Mom? Now that the Mana Tree is lost, we need a new Gemma of the Mana Tree. New tree? Remember what I told you? We are the seeds of the Mana Tree. We will be a bud called Gemma, and we become a tree. And the Geminites fight to guard it. I became the Gemma last time we lost the tree. That tree? Was it you? Yes, Leaf. But you're the last member of us mana family. To preserve the mana tree, we need you to stay here and become the Gemma. But Leaf, nobody else can decide for your life but you. I will, Mom. I will be the new tree of mana. But if I am the last one left when I fall, yes, that will be the end of the piece. Bye, Bulb. Please go. I must stay here. Don't worry. I will be here as long as you guard me from the evil. Bulb, please guard my daughter. You are the only Geminite for the tree now. I will be withering soon. Please tell my Geminites that I said goodbye and thanks to them. Goodbye. Leaf. Bulb. Goodbye. Leaf. Goodbye. Goodbye. Leaf. And Gemma, the guardians of the peaceful land. The new Gemma must not be lost ever after. We all must keep it forever. And you, Bulb, are the only Geminite now. Well, I Shatnered my way through that. It's really hard to do something like that, number one, with a straight face, because that is just ridiculous. I'll get to that in a minute. But number two, when the text is scrolling that slow and you can't get to move any faster, and you don't want to have too long a gaps, and I'm going to have to edit parts out because the stuff. But anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of the story of this game. The whole person turning into a tree thing is just so ridiculous for me. I can't stop from laughing. I was trying my best to keep a straight face while going through all that. That's the most ridiculous thing ever. And the translations issues don't make it any better. But the gameplay-wise, I liked playing this game, even because I had to play through it a lot. Practice file and just the times in between just to get back up where I was, and all the times I had to redo parts of the game just to re-record. I mean, it was crazy. But here we are. This has been Final Fantasy Adventure. This has been fun. I enjoyed myself. Before I announced this game, I actually had never played this game before. I knew it was on my to-do list, mainly because I wanted to do the rest of the Mana series. And since this is the beginning of the Mana series, and yes, I know they made a remake, I guess, of this game, this is still the first game in the series. And I wanted to play this game to kind of start off the series and on a good foot, because I do plan on doing more Mana games in one way or another. And so I felt I had to do this game. And I enjoyed this game. It's very rudimentary. I believe later games in the series actually do a much better job. They expand on everything this game had. They tighten everything. They tighten everything up, and they take everything about this game and make it better. So it's a good story game. It's a good, not a good story. It's a good game. It's not the best game. It's decent. I enjoyed myself. It was fun to play. It was fun to do. But I can't wait to get to the other games in the series. I mean, this did have, for technically being a Final Fantasy spin-off that became its own series, it had a lot of things I had to get over, and it had Final Fantasy remnants there. But anyway, we have reached the end. There's Leaf as a leaf, and yes, I knew that was coming. That's why I named her. Anyway, this has been Final Fantasy Adventure. I hope you guys enjoy yourself. This is Bulbasac, signing out.